Hey, my people. Welcome back to Update People TV, your number one plug for the most interesting happenings across Nigeria and, of course, beyond. On here on Update People TV, we gist, we vibe, and we update you. Now, let's dive straight into today's hottest gist, and Omo, he hot, wella. Coming straight all the way from Enugu State, so according to TVC News, Governor Peter Mbah is reportedly set to join the APC officially on Tuesday, October 14th, 2025.
The national leadership of the party has let it be known that the Enugu State Governor Peter Mbah would officially defect to its fold on Tuesday. The news was confirmed by the chairman, Netawe Iwatda, and Deputy National Chairman, Ima Enuku. The development.
The people of Enugu State have said it very clear. They said Peter Mbah is a political party. And anywhere he goes, Enugu will go.
And it is better for our governor to join the APC. So that
the sleeping minister has no place in government house. Yes. The sleeping minister cannot stop Peter Mbah from moving. I have the mandate of the national APC leadership to plead with Peter Mbah, to plead with leaders of Enugu State. The leaders of Enugu East, to beg Peter Mbah to cross over, to come over to APC, bring in development and help us. And nobody can stop Peter. So today I'm begging you to help me beg Peter Mbah to come over to APC.
Yes, so you heard that right. The same Peter Mbah of the PDP is now crossing over to the ruling All Progressive Congress. Sources say the grand defection will happen in Enugu State, with top party leaders, lawmakers and local officials all turning up to welcome him. APC's Deputy National Publicity Secretary Duru Meseko had even hinted earlier that the move was already cooking. Now the question is, to you who is watching, is Peter Mbah selling Enugu out already and so fast, or just playing smart politics? Because reactions have been, let's just say, very mixed, my people. Meanwhile, in another part of the news, the Deputy Speaker of the House of Rep, Benjamin Kalu, is pleading with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to create a seaport in the southeast to boost development.
I want to thank you as Abians for what you are doing in our state through our governor and what you are doing around the southeast. But I must say, it's about time, Mr. President, that we have another port in the southeast. Southeast are traders. We need a port so that our trading will be enhanced.
He also begged the president to intervene over the demolition of Igbo homes and offices in Lagos State.
I also want to say that the destruction, demolition of the houses, of the offices of our brothers in Lagos makes our heart bleed. Mr. President, for some of them who has not gotten the right document, my plea to you is to appeal to the governor of Lagos State to keep accommodating our brothers and please allow them to rectify their document.
Now, Benjamin Kalu, sometimes he wins people's hearts with words like this, and other times he breaks them, because not too long ago he said he will make sure Abia State Governor Alex Otti does not run for his second term.
This will be the last time that a Labour governor will govern Abia State. I say it without missing word. The next governor of Abia State will be APC governor. Yeah, I say it without missing word. So we are friends, yes. We work together, yes. But I will not be number 6 citizen of the country and another party will govern my state. The next election of 2027, the APC governor will be there. I have told him in person, I have told him publicly and privately that APC governor will be the next governor of Abia State. How it will happen, I don't know, but it will happen.
So why not?
I'm confident because we are working hard.
So tell me, is Benjamin Kalu for the people or against the people, or just playing politics as usual? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. I want to see something. Speaking of development, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu yesterday commissioned the brand new $400 million Green Energy International Crude Oil Exports Terminal in Otakipo, Rivers State. According to the president, this is the first terminal built by a Nigerian company in over 50 years. He says it's a big step towards boosting oil production, transparency, and economic growth. Represented by Senator Eneke Lokpobiri, the president added that the new facility would help stranded oil fields in the Niger Delta get their crude out efficiently.
The significance of this terminal is far-reaching. First, it enhances Nigeria's crude evacuation system. By creating an alternative export hub in Rivers State, the Otakipo terminal reduces over-reliance on existing terminals, many of which are operating at a near capacity and are exposed to security and pipeline challenges. Also, it levels the playing field for indigenous producers. In the past, Nigerian independents had to rely heavily on infrastructure owned by international oil companies. The rise of indigenous terminals such as Otakipo terminal will change that dynamic and give local companies direct control over evacuation. Third, this terminal is a community anchor located here in Ikuru town in Andoni local government area. It will therefore transform the local economy beyond the direct jobs created during the construction and operation. It stimulates ancillary industries such as logistics, security, catering, and other relevant services that ripple through the host communities. In doing so, it strengthens the social contract between the Green Energy International Limited and its host community.
Omo, that's serious business money right there. Now let's move to the home of promise, Akwa Ibom State. Oh yes, the state government is constructing a new international conference center, and at this point, it's like every Nigerian state wants their own conference center. Is that some kind of competition? Let me know in the comments. What's going on? Lagos, Ebonyi Delta, now Akwa Ibom. Competition, don't too much. Oh. But hey, at least this kind of competition is not that bad, sha. It's progress if you ask me, as long as hospitals and schools follow behind. Speaking of hospitals, let's go global for a second. You know how we do it on here on Updates People TV? We must always go global. Over in Morocco, protests are breaking out ahead of the 2030 World Cup, and the people are saying, they are shouting, we want hospitals and not stadiums. They're tired of seeing billions poured into sports facilities while citizens struggle with poor healthcare. Mother, child, children, father die on a daily basis. And honestly, can we relate here in Nigeria? Because over here, sometimes it feels like we are also building more conference centers than hospitals. My people, una dey feel me so? Alright, back home to Nigeria, the richest Nigerian in America, Bayo Ogunlesi. This man right here is known to be the richest Nigerian in America as we speak, who also happens to be a Trump advisor, has praised President Tinubu for what he called saving the Nigerian economy. Interesting take there, especially considering the fact that the current cost of living wahala.
I just had an excellent meeting with Mr. President where we talked about the fundamental transformation that has happened in the last 2 years. Think about it. Removal of subsidy, tax reform. We have a refinery that's operating and exporting aviation fuel. Unification of the road ownership system. And so the next step is, how do we encourage international investment in Nigeria to drive economic growth? And I had a wonderful meeting with Mr. President, talking about exchanging ideas about how we can do that, how we can put Nigeria front and center on the map for international investments. And we had some very good suggestions and discussions about that.
Apart from the suggestions, personally, what are you bringing on board?
We're making investments in Nigeria. We explored additional opportunities. I'm not going to tell you what they are. We just wait, watch this space, you will see them. But look, Nigeria is now a place that is exciting to invest in, and that's what we talked to Mr. President about. And of course, as you would expect, he was very encouraging of international investments in Nigeria.
Okay, I'm not expecting you to tell me how that you told the president, but what sector particularly are you interested in?
Yeah, but you think about all the sectors that we invest in. Energy. So we invest in energy. We're building LNG plants in Texas. We're building LNG plants in Australia. There's gas in Nigeria. Nigeria is a huge gas province. People describe me as the guy who bought Gatwick Airport. I didn't personally buy Gatwick Airport, but the aviation sector is also an area of interest to us. I confess to Mr. President that one of our companies has ports in Cotonou, and it has a port in Lomé, none in Nigeria. So I asked for his forgiveness and understanding, and being the gentleman that he was, he forgave me, but said you have to bring port investment to Nigeria. So that's another area we're looking at. Renewables, that's another area. So lots of investment opportunities in Nigeria. You just have to be serious about making the right moves.
I think when Nigerians in Nigeria and when Nigerians in the diaspora invest in Nigeria, it can only be a great signal for the international community to invest in us and make our country greater. We thank President Tinubu for his policies. They have made Nigeria investable. We wish him all the very best, and we give every assurance to the President and every assurance to the Nigerian people that we will do our very best, and it will create a fast-growing Nigeria which will achieve its objectives.
Meanwhile, in Abia State, Barrister Ezechimka Nayo is back again, and this time claiming that Abia State is the capital of corruption in Nigeria under Alex Otti. Asas how now? Please, do you agree with this particular comment from this man? How can Abia State be the capital of corruption in Nigeria? The same Abia? Oh my goodness. What's going on? One commenter online even said, I fit meet this man one-on-one for any uncompleted building. This is funny. Nigerians will not kill me with comments, I swear.
We made it very clear that Abia State has become the corruption capital of Nigeria. We made it very clear that Abia State is running a government that is based on propaganda. We made it very clear that Abia State under Mr. Alex Otti is depending on their media partners and their obedient movement friends and their bloggers in order to build an image that has nothing to do with the reality on the ground. Umahi went to Abia State and not even one school, not even one smart school, not even one educational institution or construction or event or any type of thing that has to do with education was commissioned by Mr. Dave Umahi. So we have been vindicated. We have been vindicated because if, according to Mr. Alex Otti, he has spent over 14.4 billion, and if, according to the budget performance report, over 100 billion naira has been written away under the subsector education, and yet Mr. David Umahi went to Abia State and could not commission even one educational institution, even one smart school, even one secondary school, even one primary school. It shows that what we have been saying all along is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. We made it very clear that Abia State has become the corruption capital of Nigeria. We made it very clear that Abia State is running a government that is based on propaganda. We made it very clear that Abia State under Mr. Alex Otti is depending on their media partners and their obedient movement friends and their bloggers in order to build an image that has nothing to do with the reality on the ground. And while we are saying these things, some people were wondering whether we are talking about facts or fiction. Today, we have been vindicated because if truly Mr. Alex Otti has spent over 100 billion in the education sector, 54 billion written away in one fell swoop for 51 purported public schools that are nowhere to be found. There is no reason why Mr. Dave Umahi would have gone to Abia State without commissioning even one smart school, without commissioning even one primary school, without commissioning even one secondary school, without commissioning even one project in the education sector. We have been vindicated indeed.
The group also warned against attempts by the governor to allegedly use his political influence to join the APC, saying that such a move would not be accepted by party stakeholders in the state.
That he is going to cooperate with Mr. Alex Otti to continue his era of complete intimidation, his era of complete impunity, his era of complete anarchy in Abia State by joining APC through the back door. Such a person is daydreaming. Abia State has in its kitty competent men who are capable of joining hands with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to make sure that APC and the renewed hope agenda is made available to the people of Abia State, both at the state and the local government level. So therefore, we will replace Mr. Alex Oti come 2027.
And just when you think we've seen it all, a heated argument between Minister David Umahi and Rufai of Arise TV News is trending everywhere. And some people say Rufai went overboard, others say Umahi handled it professionally. But one thing is for sure, that clip got the whole internet talking. What do you think? Was Rufai too harsh, or was David Umahi just being defensive? Let's talk about it below.
So at first, Minister, after you had gone to report me in front of President Tinubu and said all sorts, anyway, I am not beholden to you. My job is accountability.
You are too small for me to report you to the president.
No, but they are empirical.
You are too small
Minister,
for me to
Minister, let me speak. Minister, let me speak. I have empirical evidence. The world watched it on the commissioner of the project when you mentioned the questions I asked you to the president. That was reporting me to the president officially. The world watches, so you don't need to dilly-dally about the empirical facts. I don't talk without facts, Minister. You know, when I have my facts, I talk. And I insist on my question when I ask on cost.
Let me only address you.
Minister, you will not allow me speak. The problem is you will not allow me speak. You spoke for over 20 minutes, over 10 minutes.
Because you don't know what you are speaking.
But let me speak. Let me speak. You will not. You will not allow me speak. You see, if you can just keep quiet and be calm and just allow me speak, I'll be happy. All right. So my question still persists as regards the cost per kilometer. You cannot tell me that we don't have a right to know the cost per kilometer. Even if it's an undulating landscape, give us all the facts and the details of the cost per kilometer. That's all we'll ask for. Other questions as regards the loans taken. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Listen to me.
Minister, you will not allow me to speak. The minister will not allow me to speak.
No. Don't do that with me.
Minister will not allow me to speak.
I was in your studio.
Minister will not allow me.
And when the first section was on, and I ran the figures. And what you're asking us is 750 kilometers of coastal highway. We should tell you cost per kilometer. So you multiply by 750. That's nonsensical.
No, so tell me the cost per kilometer. There's nothing too hard for you to tell me that figure. You've not still told me that figure. So I was right on that point. The second point.
Because you don't understand anything.
The second point I'm trying to make is
you don't understand anything. I'm a professor in this field.
Okay.
You don't understand anything.
What university gave you professorship in this field?
You cannot ask me to tell you a cost.
What university gave you professorship in engineering? I didn't know you were Professor Mai, Minister. I didn't know. So please,
I'm professor in practice.
In practice.
I'm professor in practice.
Okay.
I understand engineering very well.
So secondly,
and you have no knowledge of what you're asking.
If you will let me,
you have no knowledge.
If you will let me ask.
So you keep quiet.
Okay.
And then stop.
Okay. Minister, it's all right. Keep dignifying yourself and let the world see you for who you are. If you allow me speak, the other 100 kilometers that you said they've added to it, we would like to know the cost per kilometer of that one. And the Winsome Homes, the case is in court. Now, I would like to know the cost per kilometer for that one. I would like to also know the over 700 billion first tranche of loan you guys got for this project. Has the money been spent? How was the money deployed? I would also like to know. I would also like to know the terms of that loan. All right? How many years? What's the payback period? What's the payback moratorium of that loan? And for the Winsome Homes, isn't it interesting that as somebody that's been a governor in the state, you know the law, a case is in court, and then you're coming to talk about the details of the cases in court. Because you denied that the case was not in court. Now you've already accepted that the case is in court. So is it not just better you thrash it out with the woman that has been reporting a case in public that we all heard, and I ask you questions based on that? So, Minister, just answer the questions. I've got no axe to grind with you. You know that. We've spoken many times. In fact, when your people call to book, I booked them and I said you should come on air. So please just tell us those information. It's very important, Minister.
I'm not hearing, even though this guy is...
Alright, my people, that's the gist for today on Update People TV. From politics to development, oil terminals to hot arguments, we've taken you around Nigeria and even beyond, right? Make sure to always like and share and subscribe so you never miss another update. Until next time, stay sharp, stay curious, and keep asking the right questions. Because here at Update People TV, we don't just gist, we give you the realest updates. See you in the next one.